Have you had a good day?
Yes, yes. The students are on a strike.
Students are on strike?
Yes, I think yes, strike because
Eh,
the university taxes are increased,
uh-huh.
and they have a protest on the street, etc. Uh,
I didn't know it was possible for students to go on strike.
yes, yes, students in Spain uh, go strike, don't go to to the classroom and go to
Wow.
a protest. Yes,
Wow, I had no idea. Well, so have to go to work, but you have very little to do. Do you have students that are coming to class at all, or?
in my school we have now four groups. Three groups are in strike. The
Uh-huh.
other is in class. They need to have a percentage of the classroom, the totally of the classroom, to have
Uh-huh.
a strike, a legal strike, and they sign.
Mm-hmm.
Is not a problem. They don't have any punish. No, it's legal. It's a strike.
Wow.
The
I'm
the
surprised. I'm gonna have
trade.
to.
They are the student trade unions, and
I'll have to Google it after class because that's very interesting to me. So,
yeah.
didn't even know it was possible. So, hello, David. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Nobody in the restaurant industry is striking then.
And no,
No.
no,
Yeah. I've never. I'm really surprised. I've never heard of students striking, so that blows me away. So, and
I
hello.
I, I
Yes.
participate in strikes when I was 15 years old.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yes, a very important strike in Spain of all the students went to the street and there were many protests and it,
Huh.
I remember running and away from the police and it was
Wow.
it was interesting.
I've never heard of this, so it's amazing. Jose, were you in a strike as well when you were in school?
Sorry, Holly?
Did you ever participate in a strike when you were a student?
No, I never
No.
participated in a strike when I
Okay.
was a student. Never.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And hi, Alexander.
Hello?
Hello. Is this the same Alexander? Are you from Russia?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but you have a different picture now.
Yes,
Looks like.
I've just changed that. It's my cat, and this this interesting slippers that
Yeah.
he's wearing.
That is funny.
Yes,
So
I bought that in Greece, especially for my cat,
okay, you bought it for him.
to make this picture.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Hello, and hello, Caesar. How are you, Caesar? And how are you today? Can you speak? Okay, it sounds like an internet issue of some kind. Eduardo, how are you today?
Hey, hello.
Hi. Where are you from, Eduardo?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. Awesome. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Okay.
This is my
So,
this is my first class in Verbling.
oh, really? Oh,
Yes,
excellent. So,
yes.
welcome to Verbling, first of all.
Thank you.
My name is Holly, and I am from the United States. And then
Nice.
we have Adela here. She is from Spain. And then we have Alexander, who is from Russia. And Cesar, I'm not sure, and he hasn't spoken yet. And David is from Spain, and Jose is from Spain. So we have
Our
a
word
lot of
here.
people from Spain right now. So
Yes.
this is what time is it in Spain right now, David? Is it 11 o'clock?
Yes, 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you guys will be heading to bed soon, and then there'll be a lot of people actually from Brazil in a lot of the classes. Brazil and Mexico and Colombia, and a lot of other classes as well. So Asia is not yet awake. So when Europe goes to sleep, Asia will start to slowly wake up. So. All right. So today's topic is the selfie revolution. So first of all, what is a selfie? And do you take selfies when and where? So Jose, what is the selfie? Do you know?
Yes, yes. It is a trend.
Uh-huh.
The selfie is when I take a photography with using the smartphone.
Uh-huh. Okay. And when you take a photograph using the smartphone
Yes,
of yourself.
on
So that's
yourself.
of
Okay,
yourself. Yeah.
on
It
yourself.
isn't it isn't just of anything, it has to be of yourself. So, okay.
Okay.
And do you take selfies?
Holly, the last week I heard an article that the article say that the surgeons has a lot of work with the selfie revolution.
The who did?
The
Surgeons?
surgeons, okay. The
Who have
surgeons because the person when he do a selfies possibly they don't feel good they don't feel handsome.
Oh. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
I had not
Yes.
heard that. I had not heard that. So it has a lot to do with the self-esteem and so forth. So, okay. So, Eduardo, do you take selfies?
Yeah,
When and
sometimes.
where?
Sometimes with my friends, usually.
Okay. With your friends? Okay, David, do you take selfies?
Yes, I like to do it, but with friends or family. And I like selfies and I don't know if exists this word video selfie because
Video
it's
selfie.
yes it's very very funny.
Yeah. I actually did one of those with my nephew. He was 5 years old, and we were waiting the car. So I just I put my smartphone in front of us, and I just started asking him questions. So, how old are you? When you grow up, do you want a job outside or inside, and all kinds of stuff. It was fun. So, Cesar, can you speak? Do you, Cesar, do you take selfies? Okay, we are unable to hear you. So you would need to set up the audio. Possibly it's just a problem, and if you go out and come back in, it might fix the problem. So, but we cannot hear you. Alexander, do you take selfies? When and where do you take them?
Well, actually, I don't like doing that.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, really, and I don't know why, but I'm kind of feel uncomfortable when I'm doing that, and I uh, so actually I don't mind doing that, but if I have a choice, you know, to do that and not to do that, I would, I would choose not to do that because I don't know. Maybe I'm just, feel confused, feel, inconvenient, maybe that. But that's all what I can say about that.
Yeah. So it just feels kind of strange to do it. Yeah. So I couldn't do the selfie that people do in front of the mirror. That's the one I can't do. I think it's kind of strange. So
Yeah, as well as
yeah,
for me.
yeah. Adela, do you take selfies? When and where do you take them?
Yes, I have a folder with different selfies. On the journey, sometimes I take a selfie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I do sometimes when I'm on road trips or adventures, and like I'll take a selfie of myself in front of a lake or in front of a statue or in front of something. Um, I found that if you take scenery pictures and without people in it, you don't know what it is. Um, so I'll take a selfie with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to read an article about the selfie, taking selfies, and also about, I believe this one's about vocabulary as well. Um, so um, so let's look at some vocabulary words that have to do with this article, and that way it will be easier to understand the article. We have the words airbrush, share, draw attention, terminally, make a fuss, vain, out of fashion, and viral. Do you guys know what all of these words mean, or do you need me to tell you?
I don't know which a vein.
Vain. Okay. If somebody is vain, they think well of themselves, maybe a little bit too well, and they think about themselves. So,
Okay.
okay. Any other words?
Viral.
Okay, if something goes viral, it's a fairly new one since social media came. But if something is viral, maybe you upload a picture or you upload a video, and all of a sudden it's all over the internet. That means it has gone viral. So a lot of people do advertising and they hope that it will go viral. They'll put something on YouTube, hoping that it will get uploaded to Facebook, that it will go viral.
Yes.
Okay. Anything
Holly,
else? Yes.
what is a airbrush?
Airbrush. Okay. To airbrush means to fix a photo. When
Like
you
Photoshop?
like Photoshop. Photoshop has an airbrush in it. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. All right. Any other words here?
Make a fuss, maybe.
Make a fuss is to make a fuss is to get angry about something.
Okay.
Maybe have a temper tantrum or get angry, or if you also make a fuss could be you just make things bigger than they are. So if you and my dad used to say that my sister and I used to make a mountain out of a molehill. So you make something bigger than it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any other words here? Okay. So Adela, could you read number 1?
Yes, if something goes blank, it is not popular anymore. I think it's out of fashion, no?
Out of fashion, yeah. Something goes out of fashion. It is not popular anymore. Okay. Number 2, Alexander, could you read that one?
Yeah. If somebody is, they're too proud of their appearance or abilities. If somebody is vain, they are too proud of their appearance or abilities.
Perfect. If somebody is vain, they are too proud of their abilities. Okay. And David, number 3.
If you airbrush a photo, you improve it with special equipment or computer software.
Okay. And have you ever airbrushed a photo, David?
Yes. For example, my Lego face. I draw the goat weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
on your yellow thing, you drew the goatee and the mustache.
And
Oh,
yes.
and the eyebrows. So the
And
brown thing on there.
yes, and I like to use Photoshop to airbrush photos Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I usually do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Eduardo, do you ever airbrush anything?
I never did it because I don't know how to do it.
Okay. Right. Jose, have you ever airbrushed a photo?
No, I have never airbrushed a photo.
Okay. Adela, how about you? Have you ever airbrushed a photo?
Yes, because they are programs very easy to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you fixed certain photos and made it look better. Okay. All right. And Alexander, how about you? Have you ever airbrushed a photo?
Not
Sorry.
actually.
No?
No,
So,
No. Okay.
I
Yeah.
never tried that.
Okay. And I think I have years ago used to have Adobe Photoshop. So I think at that time I taught myself how to do it, but I haven't done it in years. So, okay. Number 4, Eduardo, can you read that one?
If something goes blank, it comes extremely popular on the internet.
Okay.
Something goes viral.
Viral, yes.
Viral.
Okay. Viral. Can you think of something that something that has gone viral?
Yes, in Brazil, a lot of things. In the world,
Mm-hmm.
let me think. Selfies are viral.
Yeah, selfies go viral. Yes.
Yeah,
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 absolutely. Yeah, and I was thinking like the ice bucket challenge went viral last summer. I don't know what's going viral right now though.
yeah.
So, all right, Jose, can you do number 5?
Yes. If a person is terminally ill, they have an illness that cannot be cured.
Yes, if that person is terminally ill. And this word right here, we would not say cured, we'd say cured.
Cured, cured,
Cured. So this E is silent.
cured,
Okay. All
cured.
right. Cured. Okay. Number 6. Adela, could you read that one?
if you blank about something, you show unnecessary excitement or interest about it. Maybe draw attention about something you show
No,
unnecessary.
and
No?
the reason we don't have draw attention is because of the word about. Because it's a draw
Ah,
attention to
okay,
something.
okay.
So we have,
Make a
yeah.
fuss about something.
And the first pronunciation was better. Make a fuss
A fuss, okay.
about something, and it could be negative or positive. If you make a fuss about something,
I
uh,
think it's negative, no?
and sometimes, many times it is, and many times it is not. So it's either negative or positive. In this one, they have it's you show unnecessary excitement or interest about it, but it also could be you get angry about it. So to make a fuss is either positive or negative. So hi Ismail, how are you?
Hi, Tony. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Nice to see you. All right. All right, Alexandra, could you do number 7?
Yeah. If you something on Facebook or Twitter, you let other people see, read, or use it. If you uh, share something on Facebook,
Yeah. Okay, excellent. And do you share much on Facebook, Alexander?
not so much. Actually, I'm not so constant uh, visitor of the Facebook because in Russia we have our own social network,
Mm-hmm.
and commonly I sit there. But when it comes to talking communication with my friends from outside, I I open my Facebook account and just typing with that and stuff.
Okay, right. David, can you do number 8?
Yes. If you draw attention to something, you focus on it.
Yes, if you draw attention. Perfect. Something you focused on it. Okay, let's go on. So are there any questions about any of these words? Out of fashion, vain, airbrush, viral, terminally, make a fuss, share, draw attention. Any questions?
What does a make a fuss mean?
Okay, yeah, make a fuss is a positive or negative thing. Like I had written up here, make a mountain out of a molehill. And when you make something bigger than it is, so you have a small little hill and you make it into a big mountain, and that's what making a fuss is. So, and it might be a positive thing or it might be a negative thing. So, see an example. You get out of you go to the hospital and you get out and you don't want anybody to know much, but then your wife makes a fuss and she watches you and makes sure that you don't overexert yourself. That's making a fuss. That's one example. There's a lot of different examples, but women have to men, I think, a lot of women make fusses about things that men would never make a fuss about. So, so okay, we're going to read an article about selfies. What we're going to do is we're going to find the information below in the text. So why don't we do it this way? Adela, why don't you look for who took a selfie that raised $3 million pounds? And Alexander, you look for which religious leader took selfies with fans. And David, you look for when was the first selfie taken. And Eduardo, you look for where was the selfie taken. And Ismail, you look for what does it show as far as the first selfie. And Jose, where was it shared? So the first selfie. Okay. So let's go ahead and read this. Selfies, a visual revolution. They are not just a vain trend, they are also a form of communication. Adela, can you read the first paragraph?
What to say about the selfie? Good or bad? Are they going out of fashion or are they a symbol of our buying times? And wish to do? A no makeup selfie? Gym selfie? Is it okay to airbrush? And what if after all of that nobody bothers to like it?
Nobody bothers to like it. I was just told by a student yesterday who lives in Greece.
Facebook, yeah.
The topic was social networking, and she said that the word like is now part of the Greek language to like it. So number 2, Alexander.
All right. It seems that almost every week a selfie is on the news. There is that thumbs up selfie by a 19-year-old terminally ill patient which went viral and raised £3 million. There were selfies taken by Pope Francis with fans at the Vatican. There was the first selfie from space and that Obama funeral selfie.
Okay, thank you. And David, number 3.
We have been making a fuss about the selfie recently, especially since the word entered our dictionaries. It is like we have discovered something new and brilliant. In fact, we were taking selfies for most of the past century. For example, there's a photo that has been shared on Twitter. It shows 5 men on the roof of the Marquee studio in New York looking into the lens of an old analog camera. It's possibly the world's first selfie. The date is December 1920.
Okay. And Eduardo.
Yes. We didn't have a word for it until recently, says Jason Pfeiffer, creator of the infamous selfies at a funeral. On the social network site Tumblr, and it's the word selfie, I think, which helped draw so much attention to them. Will we get bored of taking selfies? It doubled it. I doubled it. Selfies are a convenient way to document yourself, but I am sure we will get bored of taking about selfies or trading them like they are new.
Okay. So the word doubt here, instead, this B is silent. So whenever there is a B before a T, it is silent. So in this one, we would say doubt.
Doubts.
Doubt. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And Ismail, could you read number 5?
The fact is we live in a world in which we all have camera phones. The new generation has grown up with them. Young people have created a new visual language which is understood by both sender and recipient. Communicating with this new visual language takes less time than writing long text messages.
Yes. So recipient was the first one you said, first way, second way, recipient. So
Recipient.
and takes, and remember takes. So for everyone, try not to swallow the S in the word. So and Jose, you'll be next time I have anybody read anything. So okay, so let's look at these questions. Who took a selfie that raised £3 million? Adela.
Yes. He is in a hospital. Is a patient, a terminally ill patient.
Yeah, so a 19-year-old terminally ill patient. Does anybody remember this selfie at all?
No, I don't
No.
remember.
I'm kind of curious. I want to Google it. See, a terminally ill patient that raised it was at £3 million. Selfie that raised £3 million. See if we can find it. Okay, so
I think it is.
it's old news now. So I just typed this in. No makeup selfies raise £8 million for cancer research.
Oh, wrong.
So this is, but so there's a lot, I guess, a lot more now that have raised a lot more money. So interesting. Okay.
I found it.
Did you find it? Can you
Yes,
share the link?
yes.
So is it on the Google chat? Okay. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, Telegraph. See if we can find. So this selfie, terminally ill teenager posts final thumbs up as he reaches a £1 million target. Wow. Well, that's really cool. So, okay. All right. Which religious leader took selfies with fans?
Pope Francis.
Okay. Pope Francis. Yes.
Pope Francis.
All right. And when was the first selfie taken? Does anybody remember?
In December 1920.
Okay. December 1920. And where was the selfie taken?
In the space?
It is at the top of a film studio.
It was in New York City.
In a studio, no, in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a roof of the Marco studio. What does it show?
Show.
5 men on the roof of the Marco studio. And where was it shared?
It was shared on Twitter.
On Twitter, yes. On Twitter as the first selfie. So it might not be the first selfie. 19. Now I want to see if we can find it. I just found a website. This might be the first selfie in history. This one right here. Come on. So the first selfie right here. Not bad, actually.
Yes.
They did a pretty good job. So
You tuned the camera very well.
yeah. When I was a kid, I used to try the selfies with the with the analogs, and my arms were always too short, and I thought it was just not possible. I didn't realize it was because of the size of my arms. So, but that's of course before digital and all that. So, number one, Jose, could you read number one here?
Okay, Holly. The writer thinks that selfies are something new.
Okay, so remember the S. Remember, so the writer thinks that selfies.
The writer thinks that selfies are something new.
Is that true or false?
I think that this sentence is false, no?
Okay. Because that is true. That is correct. It is false. And the reason it is false is because selfies were taken in the past century. So, okay. And Adela, could you read the next one?
The word selfie has made people draw attention to selfies. I think it's true.
Yes, that is true. Okay. And Alexander, could you read the next one?
According to Jason Pfeiffer, people will get bored of taking selfies. Yeah, that's true, I think.
Actually, it's false.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. According to the, it's false. According to the article, he said that they are a convenient way to document yourself. So because of that, we will always take selfies.
All right.
So, I guess. But the way it is now, I'm not sure it will. I agree with you. It probably won't stay. So number 4, David, could you read that one?
According to Jason Pfeiffer, people will get bored of talking about selfies. I think it's true.
It is true, yeah. So they won't get bored of taking them. We'll just get bored of talking about them. So, okay. And number 5, Eduardo, can you read that one?
It takes more time to communicate with selfies than with long text messages. I think it's false.
False, yes, because it takes less time.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And any pictures take less time. So, all right, let's go on. So let's talk about these questions right here. So, Adela, do people talk about selfies in your country or in among your friends?
Talk about selfies? No. I think no in my circle, uh, in my friends, no. They take selfies but don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Alexander, how about you? Do people talk about selfies among your circle of friends?
Yes, and actually they kind of uh, did me in about talking about talking of how they did it, where they did it, and how it's cool. Yes,
Oh, okay. Okay.
among my friends, it tends to have that kind of uh, bad behavior. I'm kidding.
Okay. Now, question. Now, I want to give you some feedback here. One of the things you said is, I don't think you meant what you actually said. In fact, they did me in. Okay.
Hmm.
Did me in. Okay. What does that mean to you?
It's like I'm tired of listening to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, and to do me in means something else. They did him in to do him in. Um, it usually means. Let's see. I'm going to the Urban Dictionary just to verify if there's more than one definition. Um, okay. See. Bear with me a moment. So to do me in, it usually doesn't mean that you're tired of them. See, phrasal verbs to do in. Okay. To do in is, yeah, I guess you're right. You are right. The one I thought of when I heard it though was to kill. So there's actually to do in. It's a slang word and it actually has three different definitions. And you used one that I wasn't aware of. So you did right. So these are the three definitions.
Oh,
To tire completely exhaust. The marathon did me in. Okay, so that yeah, you got tired of them, but usually it's physical tired. Okay, but you can get tired of that. To kill is the one I thought of, and then to ruin utterly. Huge losses on the stock did many investors in. So it wasn't completely said completely right, but it does. If you get tired of something completely, then yeah, it would work. But this is usually physical tiredness. So it was kind of done right. All right, David. How about you? Do people in your circle of friends talk about selfies?
Um, mm, we usually show selfies with friends and family, but we don't talk too much about it.
Okay, so it's not really a topic of
No.
and so forth. Okay, Eduardo, how about with your circle of friends? You said that you guys do talk about it a lot, right?
Yes, yes, we did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you guys just say I got a selfie in front of something or what do you guys actually talk about?
Usually we see when somebody posts on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and then we
Mm-hmm.
talk about it.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I have somebody that is a friend of mine on Facebook, and about every 2 or 3 months, he posts a new profile picture of himself, and it's a selfie. Is that typical of people in their 20s?
Sorry?
There's this person that is a Facebook friend of mine, and I don't know him very well. He was a colleague of mine, and he is in his 20s,
Yes.
somewhere probably about 27, 28. And every couple months, he posts a new profile picture, and it's
Yes.
it's a new selfie of himself. Is that normal for people in their 20s?
I think yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Ismail, how about you? Do people in your circle of friends talk about selfies?
Actually, we live in a consumerist society, Holly. We
Uh-huh.
consume everything in short time
Mhm.
nowadays, but there is not so much talk at my workplace about selfie. I think uh, there was a trend
Mhm.
in our country, like all over the world, but uh, I think that we have already consumed the selfie passion,
Mhm.
and uh,
Okay. You
it is
you've consumed the selfie patience. What do you mean by that?
we consume the selfie fashion. It is not so fashionable. I couldn't.
Oh, fashion. Okay.
Yes, fashion.
Fashion. Okay. Because what I heard was
It is
patient.
over. I mean, Holly.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
Actually, some
Sorry.
young people share on social media some
Mhm.
selfies, but it is not so flammable when
Mhm.
he come out
Mhm. Yeah.
firstly.
Okay. Yeah. And what I heard was selfie patient instead of, but you said it's fashion, so that's why I was confused. A patient, like a selfie patient, like a hospital patient, and I was like, what? What does that mean? So, okay. All right. And Jose, how about you? Do people in your circle of friends talk about selfies?
No, in my circle of friends, I never talk about selfies.
Mhm.
I see a lot of people taking selfies, but I've never heard to talk about selfies.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And so, Jose, what do you think of this trend of taking selfies?
I think that it is a trend because the people buy a new smartphones and with the
Mhm.
smartphone take photographies on yourself. I think it is a trend.
So they take photographs.
Yes,
Photographs.
photographs.
Okay, one of the things, let's go over this pronunciation. This will, I think, will benefit everybody. We have the word photo, which we which
Photograph.
which which we pronounce photo. Um, then we have photograph, graph, which we also pronounce photo. Photograph. It's very those are fairly easy. Okay, and then we go on to another pronunciation. We have photographer. So on this one, we go um, photographer, and then we also have the next one, which is photography. So we have basically two different pronunciations for these words, even though they are very similar in spelling. The first two is photograph, photograph and photo. Then we have photographer and photography. And this is both in British English and American English. So these two words, once we add anything to the after this H, it just changes the entire stress of the word. So just to let you all know. So Adela, do you think people are too vain nowadays? What do you think?
Sorry.
Number 3.
No, yes, I don't think people are too vain. I think is the moment is cool, no, for people to have a selfie, but it's not. I think it's not for people has very vain or selfish. No,
Okay, so you don't think they're
Sel-
vain.
yes, egocentric or no. I think it's not. It's
Okay.
only it's cool. People take a selfie.
Okay. All right. And uh, Alexander, can you think of other modern trends? What do you think of them?
I think nowadays, and especially in my country, there is a
A
tendency or
tendency.
temptation, a tendency to go to club every weekend, every holiday, and to meet your friends there, not at the cafe or somewhere. So what else? Yes, and also we have the this interesting tendency like doing selfie in front of the mirror.
Yeah,
Mirror.
I think that's.
And oh my god, I hate it. I can't stand when I see someone was done this.
Okay. All right. And Ismail, can you think of other modern trends? What do you think of them?
Like selfie?
Yeah, or anything that is a trend that people are using with technology.
Holly, in my country, there is a smartphone trend. People, even rich or poor, try to buy an expensive smartphone. Some workers maybe pay their whole month wage for an iPhone.
Really?
Really, and uh, it is an official data. Government tried to stop this trend because we have a budget deficit. There is a negative balance between export and import of the Turkey, and government put some tax on the smartphone, but people change their phone every year. There is a official data that usually people change their phone every 13th month in
Wow.
Turkey. Holy.
Wow.
Uh,
In the
yeah.
States, it's about every 2 or 3 years. but every month, every year is quite a lot.
It
So.
is an unbelievable statistic, Holly. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
we have a we are a poor country, but
Mm-hmm.
there is a patient sickness between people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to show off with their iPhone or smartphone, something like this.
Did
Even
did did something similar to that happen in the 60s and 70s with TV?
uh, yes, actually, we have same trend.
Mm-hmm. Where, because I remember back when I was small, hearing about very poor people who had better TVs than middle class families. So,
Yes, there is actually unlogical, but there is a reality in my country.
uh-huh.
For example, you can see a most modern iPhone in a pocket of a construction worker in my country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna switch gears here just for a little bit. For the last 10 minutes, we have these questions about the internet, and the internet's kind of close to selfies and stuff like that, and social media. And so, David, what I'd like you to do is choose a question and ask someone one of these questions, and try to have a conversation with that.
Uh, okay. Um, I improved.
I'm sorry.
Alexander, how can the internet be improved?
Okay.
All right. I think that I don't know. In the further future, some inventors will make some kind of real chat when you can uh, how to say when you can uh, like put your body in another place and be there.
Oh,
Tele-
okay. So
teletransportation.
Electric
teleport,
transportation,
like
transport
a
yourself, maybe.
Teleporting.
Yeah, teleport. And what else? I just think there will there will be there won't be some change in at least first decades. No, at least 10 years, decades, kind of like that. So, and maybe internet will be in every family. I think it's the main goal now for the people who uh, who rule, who manage that kind of business.
okay, all right. Thank you. Um, so Alexander, can you choose a question and ask somebody?
Yeah, I want to ask the question. Uh, oh, okay, this one. Do you think the internet favors men or women?
Okay, who are you asking?
And my question is for Ismail.
Yes, well, I think the internet favors men more than women.
Women.
Uh,
Women.
Women, uh, because actually uh, women are generally far away from the technology if I compare with the men. Men men are spending more time on the computer and on the internet than women.
Than women. Women.
Women.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of women that spend more time than they should. So, I know my sister spends more time than her husband does on the internet. So,
I not so much statistic. I only have a statistic from my home, Holly.
From your experience, yeah.
Yes, I use
Yeah.
more than.
You use it more than she does.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. All right. Ismael, can you choose a question and ask? Eduardo hasn't spoken, so could you ask Eduardo a question?
Eduardo, what are some of the ways the internet can be used for entertainment?
A lot of ways, like to see movies on Netflix, or to talk with your friends on Facebook or Gmail, to play games with your friends also, something like it.
Yeah. Has Netflix made it to Spain yet? I heard it was going there.
No?
I know it's in Brazil, but has it made it?
Yes.
Has it made it to Spain?
I don't know.
How about or Turkey or Russia? Does anybody besides Eduardo and I use Netflix? I'm guessing no, because nobody's answering.
Holly,
Yes.
what is Netflix?
Let me show you real quick. It's a site that this started in the States probably about 7 or 8 years ago, and it actually put all of our video stores out of business. We also Netflix is just one, but there's also Amazon Prime and some other ones. Bear with me a moment. And what you do is you pay a monthly fee, and then you can watch as many. You can stream TV shows, or you can stream movies. Like I just watched. The last one I watched was a movie on the universe. I like documentaries, so I watched documentaries, and I like Star Trek, so I watch a lot of Star Trek. But these are suggested movies. Yes.
Here in Brazil now, we are using popcorn time, you know?
Popcorn time. No, I don't know that. What is that?
Yeah, because it's free and there's a lot of films than Netflix.
Okay. I've never heard of popcorn time.
But you need to connect your computer in your television because don't have an app.
Okay. So it's popcorntime.com.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Popcorn.
And then there's also we have hulu.com, and Amazon Prime also streams movies, and then Netflix. And Netflix is slowly going around the world, and it's going to Japan next year and so forth. So, but anyway, it looks like we are out of time. I do want to thank you all for your participation, and I hope you learned some new words and got a chance to practice. So,
thank you, Holly.
Thank you, and again, Eduardo, welcome to Furbling.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.